Everything I talk about in my videos is my opinion only, so sit back, relax, grab yourself a cuppa or a drink of your choice and enjoy. Hi guys, it's me, Lucie Spills. How are you all doing? Wearing my husband's merch today. Yes, he's all into his minis and stuff, so I thought I'd promote a little bit of his merch. So yeah, here it is. I'm here to talk about today about the secrecy surrounding Prince Archie's birth and all the secrecy surrounding pregnancies and stuff like that with Maggie Poos, as these whispers. I'm not sure what I believe yet, but there is whispers that there is a surrogate. Of course she's not going to come out with that because it will take the children out of the line of succession. Well, I thought she wasn't bothered about any of that, neither was Has. They could come out with, yes, it was a surrogate, or maybe promote or anything like that. You know, women of age like myself who struggle to conceive and need a surrogate, as many women do who struggle to give birth, whether they're young, old, or whatever. So yeah, so that's what I'm here to talk about. So as has explained in Spare, the Queen was left bemused by their behaviour. Well, of course he's going to say it's because they didn't understand that her bemusement was down to them being more American. No, she was bemused by the stuff you were accusing her and her family of. That's what it was. Yeah, so why all the initial privacy around Archie's birth? There was no doctor's names, no signatures like there is on all the others. If you just put it in comparison to all the births announced previously, it's very different, very different. There was also that very bizarre, in the initial interview. So the first time they presented us with Archie, well, I do think that was a doll. Come on, guys. It was a doll. And she looked more pregnant there than she did throughout any other pregnancy with Archie. With that bizarre interview they gave when they first presented us with Archie. It was so bizarre. So during Archie's birth, as Maggie Poos was bouncing away on her butt and her, the gym balls they give, she's bouncing away on there, and as the nurse came in to give her some gas and air, it had all gone. As Has says, quote, "When her contractions began to quicken and deepen, a nurse came in and tried to give some laughing gas to Meg. There was none left. The nurse looked at the tank, looked at me, and I could see the thought was slowly dawning. Gracious, the husband had it all." So, one, his drug taking hasn't stopped, and he then afterwards said he has so much respect for women after watching what his wife went through during Archie's birth. Well, you can't have that much respect for women if you took all of her gas and air when she needed it. So are we supposed to believe, after she had an epidural, as Has said in Spare, that she was home a couple of hours later back to Frogmore? Because after an epidural, you're paralysed. I had an epidural when I had my daughter. You're paralysed from the waist down. They have to keep you in for at least a night. So we're supposed to believe a couple of hours later that she was home having been paralysed from the waist down. I'm sorry, I'm calling total rubbish on that. So yeah, there was a load of secrecy. Like I said, no doctor's signatures, no godparents were named, which has never happened before. So either she was doing all this secrecy because if there's secrecy surrounding stuff, people are going to be, there'd be more headlines and people are going to be more curious. So is that what she was doing as she's done her whole life? So 2 years on, they had Lily, and apparently this was a safer and calmer birth for her. Well, safer and calmer to what? No one knows anything about your birth when you had Archie. Nothing. So what was it safer and calmer to, you know? And what I'm calling total BS on is when she apparently was in labour, went into hospital, and their security guards went and got them a Mexican. You cannot eat a full-blown meal when you're in established labour. Once you're in hospital in labour, they don't let you eat. I know this from personal experience, as many of us do also. The reasons you can't eat a full meal is because you may have to go to theatre. Once you're in hospital, you don't know what's going to happen with your labour. You may have to go to theatre. You can't eat a full-blown meal. You just can't. You just can't. Going back to Prince Archie's birth. Okay, I'll play devil's advocate here now. Maybe Maggie Poos didn't want to come out on the steps like Princess Catherine has of the hospital and present us with Archie there, even though it's always been done in the past. I don't know why she couldn't do it. But okay, fair enough. Maybe she didn't want to do that. It's also royal protocol that, again, it's no revelation she kept stepping out of. She was doing it all on purpose. Of course she was. She wanted all that secrecy surrounding him, so people were, the curiosity, the headlines. She wanted that. She wanted all that. Yeah, so let's compare the difference to each time the late Princess Diana came out on the steps of the hospital, presenting us with the birth of Harry and Prince William. Also Princess Catherine coming out on the steps of the hospital and giving us the presents, the lovely presents of Prince George, the future monarch, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. It's always been done before, so why couldn't Maggie Poos do that? In my opinion, she wanted all that secrecy, and as I've said before, you do not eat a full-blown meal when you go into hospital. So I'm believing more and more that there is a surrogate. I am believing it. And she won't come out with that because it will take the children out of the line of succession, which I thought neither of them wanted. Obviously they did. Maggie Poos really wants that. They never wanted to leave for privacy, ever. That's where they were the butt of the joke in South Park. They never wanted privacy. Now they want to come together and do all these royal tours. And as I said in my previous video, they want to come together and make moolah with these royal tours. And I'm believing more and more, as I've said, that this is a showmance so they can make moolah, more money, you know, monetize more and more. Anyway guys, that's it for me today. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a shorter video, but I know none of this is a revelation, but it's my opinions on it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and much love.